Winter is a season of quiet magic. It transforms the busy world into a still, peaceful masterpiece, painted in crisp whites and deep, silent blues. It is a time of warm holiday traditions, or a time of extreme and unyielding cold. In this unforgiving wasteland, you have to do whatever it takes to survive. But not everything. In this video, instead of using everything at my disposal to avoid freezing to death, I'm only going to be using a bow and arrow. No guns, only the bow. I'm playing on extreme survivor difficulty. Tougher and more aware enemies, no health regeneration, limited resources. And the worst part? No autosaves. The only way to save my progress is with campfires. This is going to get interesting. After falling down a mountain and getting snow in my underwear, I begin to collect firewood before I start breaking off my toes for food. Instead of breaking off my toes, I decide to start breaking in my new bow that I crafted from the surrounding foliage. On Extreme Survivor, all resources are scarce, and being able to light unlit campfires so that I have a chance to save my progress is very important, so I spend a bunch of my time here gathering as much wood as I can fit in my pockets. After I finish exploring, I arrive at a cave where a dead Trinity soldier is laying. While digging through his pockets for loose change, I get startled by a bear, and I have to make a run for it. I can't get past the bear until I can kill it somehow, so the game teaches me how to craft poison arrows. Unfortunately, the glow from my campfire is spotted by a patrol of Trinity soldiers hunting down the locals, and now I get to play with my food, so to speak, and stealth kill them. The first guy is bludgeoned by a rock, and I choke out the second guy with my bow. After making sure I save again at the campfire, I make my way through the rest of Trinity's forces. Jumping through the trees makes me feel like I'm playing Assassin's Creed 3 again, but only just. Jumping up to this platform, I see 3 enemies. One is patrolling, and the other 2 have their heads bent over a map. I wait for the patrol to walk far enough away for me to shoot him, then use one arrow to bait one of the other guys away from his friend. Then it's a quick 1-2 shoot and air attack to dispatch the last 2.
I think I heard something. I'll take a look. Watch your back. Got an arrow here.
The last 2 enemies in this area are simply dispatched with a bow shot and choking out the last one. I make my way back to the bear cave after having saved again at the campfire. That's going to be happening a lot. And I proceeded to give him a severe case of pink eye by clouding his vision with the concentrated manifestation of 2 years' worth of high school boy locker room farts and body odor. After collecting his succulent meats for later, I climbed my way up to the first challenge tomb. On completing it, the game gives me the ability to rapid-fire 2 arrows at once. After making my way out of the mountain, I find myself in a Soviet camp where Trinity has decided to camp out as well. I begin to silently pick my way through the soldiers, using bottles to cause distractions to make my progress a bit easier.
Never seen anything like that. Crazy son of a bitch. Rushing 3 armed men with an axe?
I don't know how they managed to take one of them. I think I heard something. I'll take a look.
Roger. Oh!
I tried to pull this guy into the bushes with me for family-friendly activities, but his friends saw me. Remember from my last video when I kept messing up an area and stubbornly kept reloading it to do perfectly? Yeah, I started to have the same mindset here. However, on my second attempt, I realized that the enemies perfectly line up for me to take them out easily if I just wait for them to finish stacking crates. So that's just what I do.
.9mm round. No one's in.
I make my way inside and the game tries to force me to use a pistol. Of course, I'm not going to do that, so I break the glass with an arrow instead.
Give me covering fire! Covering fire! Just you and me!
This small room with 6 enemies in it may seem like stealth is impossible, but I can use survival instincts here to see exactly when someone is not in a line of sight, and I snipe them fairly simply.
This thing is... What's that?
This is the part of the game that I like to call the open world section. The game introduces side questing and throws you into a fairly large area of map to explore. I spend the better part of my time here collecting branches and finding little odd jobs to do, like this side quest here. Completing it gives me the lockpicking tool, which will be useful for accessing locked doors or locked containers. I climb up the mountain a ways, and after dealing with a small group of guards, I find a supply shack where I can buy some goodies. Most of the items for sale are useless to me, but I do have enough gold saved up to buy the rope ascender, which I can use to speed up the time it takes to crawl up ropes. After being captured and escaping moments later, I arrive at a camp crawling with guards. Going stealthy would be better here, and I'm not going to complain about that. I climbed up onto the lookout towers and take down the 2 guys watching the camp.
Should have brought my damn cold weather gear.
The next 2 guys are easy kills from far away with the bow. For the 2 guys working outside on the computer, I lure one guy away with an arrow shot into the ground, and then when his back is turned, I shoot the other guy. I do mess up the input for air attacks a couple times on the guy I lured away, but I managed him before he could raise the alarm. 2 more guys are easily down with the bow strangulation, and then the last 2 are dealt with the same way as the other 2 guys.
You hear that? I'll go look. I copy.
After making it inside, Trinity discovers that myself and their premier prisoner, Jacob, have escaped capture. Upon prying open this door, a soldier tries to force his way in with an AK, and I am unfortunately forced to fail the challenge. After failing the challenge, I nearly die at the start of the encounter because I can't manage to hit flick shots like I'm playing a ranked match in your favorite FPS game.
Got it.
Okay?
Let's finish this.
Nope. No, 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 no. I'm gonna lose so much if I die here. No! Oh my goodness. Oh. Okay, let's heal. After that little scare, I slowly pick my way through the enemies that pop up behind corners. The game then shows me how to craft pipe bombs to throw at enemies and stun them. I use these to help make the combat here a bit easier. Since they don't die from the bomb and I can kill them with the bow or melee attacks, I assert that this is above board for the challenge. If you disagree, tell me how much you hate me in the comments. Right after you like and subscribe to the channel, of course. I make it to a campfire and decide to change my clothes, then proceed to the next area, which I'm now realizing while editing looks exactly like this section of the 2013 Tomb Raider game. Anyways, I continue to fight my way through the horde of enemies. I come to a section with the first armored enemy. Again, the similarities between this section of gameplay is drastically similar to the original Tomb Raider. Did Square Enix even try to make a different game? Anyway, I use exploding cans to stun them while I shoot at them with a bow. I get to a point where I run out of arrows and have to craft more while under fire. I almost die here, but I remember I have poison arrows at the last minute and manage to survive. I meet up with Jacob and his absolutely impeccable knife skills. Before I'm set upon by a chopper. After getting chased by machine guns and rockets, surviving a fall into the cold water, and being awoken by Jacob in a cave, I decide to do a bit of side questing. I won't get any useful gear I can use like this pistol sight, but I welcome the experience points. When I was exploring this challenge tomb, I might have messed up a little bit. Yeah. Oh. Okay. After that little blunder, I make my way up to the Soviet train yard to prepare to climb up to the mines. I get to this area where the game teaches me how to use Molotov cocktails. For some reason, I just couldn't stop myself from crafting one and throwing it at a group of enemies.
Just a retrieval. But it looks like the revolt came within a week.
Workers finally had enough?
That one's on me. If you want to say I failed the challenge, here, go ahead. After a brief fight with some enemies that I scared out of hibernation when I ziplined into their little base of operations, I climbed up further and discovered a great opportunity. A group of 3 enemies are right next to each other with their backs to me. Since I can't use Molotov cocktails to take them out, I instead use a well-placed poison arrow, which kinda does the same thing. After clearing this debris with a Molotov, yes, I'm allowed to progress the game with them, I have another section of corridors to fight in as the building begins to burn down around me. Shooting these hanging lanterns is not off limits, so I do so with great effect. I had to pick up a cup to make a stun grenade, but somehow this guy blew up. You can see that I picked up the right item here and made the stun grenade, so don't yell at me for their bad game design. In this section, I accidentally picked up a bottle and threw it at someone. This gave me an idea, so I grabbed another and used it to stun an enemy so I could rush him with a climbing axe. That trick won't work on this new enemy, however, so it's back to using Old Faithful. The guy was unfortunately friendly fired by his buddy's grenade, so that was a bit lucky for me. For the last guy, I wasn't able to get the timed dodge counter right, so I just shot him in the head a couple times on his backswing.
You're dead!
Okay, one more. Nope. Oh. Heal again.
Now!
Got it. I make it through and find Jacob waiting for me, and we proceed into the mine that he promises leads to his village. Unfortunately, Trinity decides it should use heavy machinery in an unstable cave system, and they collapse the cave, separating me from Jacob. After handling the 3 guys messing around with the lift, I unlock the combat knife, which, as a stealthy gamer, I'm allowing myself to use for stealth combat. If you disagree, you can dislike the video again and leave another nasty comment. I'll be laughing at you later while I'm doom scrolling on the toilet. Anyways, making it through the mines leads me to a big open cave with a massive door that I need to get through. Getting the knife now was huge for my progression because now I can just do this.
Other side. I'm gonna see if I can break through.
I run back to grab a cup to distract this guy so I can conserve arrows, but somehow knifing him alerts everyone, so I might as well just use an arrow to distract him. But maybe throwing the cup was a blessing in disguise, because now I can just use it to stun the enemies now shooting at me. After partially opening the door, I drop into a group of enemies and get busy. Everything goes fine until they start dropping smoke bombs. I have to kind of guess where they are in the fog until it clears up. Then I can kill the last guy. Pressing forward, I get attacked again, this time by a shield guy. I craft a stun grenade and make quick work of him. There's someone spamming grenades at me, which isn't fun, but he made the mistake of standing right next to an exploding barrel, so he didn't last very long. The last guy is killed by my arrow after stunning him. After getting the door open, we finally arrive at Jacob's village, where I pledge to help them protect it from Trinity. There's lots to see and do here, delivering supplies, shooting down drones, and even killing this bear. I go to light a signal fire and get rewarded with fire arrows. Honestly, they aren't that useful, the poison arrows are infinitely superior. After changing my clothes into something a bit more comfy in this warmer environment, I make it up the hill and find out Trinity has started their attack. I find Jacob being held hostage, but he manages to escape and steal a shotgun, which he gives to me unfortunately. Here the game forces me to use it on these two guys. Believe me, I tried to switch my weapon. I fight my way through the village, casually picking off enemies with my bow, until I come face to face with a flamethrower. I think the game wants me to use the shotgun on his gas tank, but I'm not allowed to do that. Luckily, 3 or 4 arrows seem to do the trick. After the battle, Jacob and I are left to pick up the pieces. And by pieces, I mean I scrounge for resources and go do a challenge tomb. For some reason, I'm dying the most challenge tombs rather than enemies shooting at me. Oh, careful. Okay. I don't know why it wasn't letting me attach. Anyways, after learning the valuable knowledge of seeing animal organs with survival instincts, very helpful, I know, I climb up to the valley and find a bombed out campsite. Trinity has taken some prisoners that they decide to execute instead, and now I have to fight my way through them. Or rather, I have to stealth my way through them.
Be more thorough going forward. What's our status?
Looks all clear here. Team 4 is searching for any
What was
sign
that?
of the Atlas.
Spread out, sweep
Hold
the
up.
area. Gonna check
Kill anything still moving. And use your knives if you can. We need to conserve ammo.
What the hell?
Let's go!
I do die a few times here trying to perfectly get the stealth encounter right, but I eventually make it through.
Missed one. Be more thorough going forward.
Spread out, sweep the area. Kill anything still moving. And use your knives if you can. We need to
I'll check it out. Don't go for
us. Just stay sharp. We're here to find the Atlas. They won't give it up without a fight. What?
I make it to Jacob's daughter Sophia, who asks me to clear the blockage. This is where the game gives us grenade arrows. But again, just like the fire arrows, I think the poison arrows are better. This section of the game is practically constant combat. I stay alive by just hanging back and picking off enemies as they peek their heads.
I'm taking fire!
Taking position! I got a hit! Taking fire!
Taking casualties! Back me up!
God damn it, take her out!
Grenade out!
I absolutely humiliate the shield guy as if his shield just doesn't even exist.
It's over!
After that, I crawl into another combat room. This area is rough for trying to stay alive because the enemies can flank me on all sides. I can't stay in a corner either because they constantly throw grenades to keep me moving. I just keep to the pillars for cover and do my best to hit my shots when I see a head.
Under fire! Got your back!
Ow.
Moving into position! Taking fire! We got them back! Reinforcements are here! Pin her down!
Oh,
Keep her down!
I wasn't even... Okay.
Keep your heads down! She's flanked!
Ow. Heal.
Still standing, someone just kill her!
Come and try. Come on.
I got you covered! You got now
Okay.
Taking position!
No. Okay. Still more?
Hostile spotted!
Okay. Come on. There we go. This next section is embarrassing for me. I decided to camp out for an hour here, just trying to get the stealth section right. I'll show you the best parts, but I literally spent almost an hour trying to do it right. If you want to watch the full hour of me completely failing this, you can check out my Twitch VOD channel, which I'll link down below.
I don't think we'll see much resistance from the natives. Not after this.
We'll probably catch a few more stragglers slinking around the woods, but yeah, they're done.
You take any alive? I had one I probably could have delivered. This wasn't worth it.
Yeah. One of them surrendered and the company that was watching had to
They're taking him back to the old prison?
Just the ones they think might know something about the Atlas. Questions. They've got the rest back up near the cathedral.
Someone's gonna have some fun.
What's that?
Eventually, I just decided to roll with it and just shoot people until I stopped seeing red. After I finished the rest of them and wasted a jaguar, I climbed up the rest of the mountain and find myself in a cathedral with my former friends back to me. After falling into the pit with her and realizing that Lara's gun changed to a revolver in the cutscene, I begin to explore the caverns beneath to find the Atlas. Unfortunately, Trinity is also looking for it, and now I have to fight my way out. As I'm fighting, I'm beginning to notice that most enemies are now wearing full body armor. Luckily, they still go down in one shot to the head, so this isn't too much of a problem. In the next room, I get flanked pretty hard and nearly die, but I manage to survive it.
No time! Croft has the package! We can't lose her!
We've got company!
Shit! Can't see it! Start losing this!
Oh, no.
We're down! Suppressing fire!
Where are you? There you are.
I'm taking fire!
Ah.
Let's finish! Let's finish it!
Ow. Get me over here.
Smoke grenades out as soon as it's down!
Did that kill him? No.
Cover! Moving into cover! Keep her down! Laying down covering fire! Give me covering fire! Pressing fire!
Okay. Okay. There we go. After finishing off the rest of them, I find myself about to drown when the game decides to save me by giving me unlimited air with the rebreather. This will be a helpful tool that can help us later. After collapsing this big statue to get across, the Deathless Army attacks me. I run and climb while dodging their fire arrows and finally manage to make it back to the village where Jonah and Jacob are waiting for me. We try to look at the Atlas, but Trinity attacks us again like they always do. Unfortunately, they capture Jonah, and now I have to try to get him back. I arrive outside of the prison and find 2 guards, so I casually stealth kill them with no issues. I'm a pro at this. I move through the trees and pick off lone guards as I see them. For the last 2 guards, I just use a bottle to distract one guard while I take care of his friend. In this next area, I jump up onto a tree and miss the first 2 shots I take. Then on the 3rd shot, everyone gets alerted. I can feel my confidence crumbling. I promptly jump down off of the tree and immediately begin to piss into a cup. When Trinity appears around the corner, I throw my piss cup at them, and they drop down on the ground trying to roll around in the snow to get it off of them. After dealing with all of them, and after making some lemon snow, the combat music is still going and I got confused. So I crafted another Durette and ran around looking for someone to throw it at. The music stops playing, lulling me into a false sense of peace and tranquility, before I am jump scared by the last enemy hiding in the corner. Okay, I think we killed everything. Huh? Oh. I did not see you. Kind of rude. Luckily, I had the stun grenade handy, so he was put down easily enough. After that, I came to another small section and thought that I would be stealth killing again. Instead, the game decides to misinput my stealth attack, and this happens. Oh. I didn't mean to do that. Oh well.
Keep down. I got you covered. He's dead. Lay down covering fire.
Oops. Oh. Whoops. I did not mean to do that. Oh well. The game was very kind to line up each head in a line for me to shoot. After making it to the prison and rescuing Jonah on a stretcher, I have to fight my way out. The fighting area is a bit cramped, and I get chased out by a chopper, but it isn't too bad. I'm forced underwater after dodging a grenade and prepared to play the most dangerous version of Whack-A-Mole I have ever played. The game throws me into an arena of ice and water, and I decide the best way to stay alive is to only surface when a guy is right there for me to pull in. The couple times I do hop out of the water are a mistake, so I just keep to the water and just pull in any guy that happens to show their face. I eventually kill everyone but the one guy who I stick with the shard of a broken bottle.
That was the last of them. Got to get back to Jonah.
After making it back to the observatory and opening the secret passage, I fail a jump and die. Okay. Oh. Okay. Luckily, we saved, so we're good. After running it back for the 5 minutes I lost, I begin to slowly climb through the old city. It is crawling with the deathless, and I don't know how they don't see me or hear me. At one point, while climbing right beneath them, they do eventually see me, and I'm forced to fight again. I know they are called deathless, but they do seem to die pretty easily. Except for this one guy. I don't know why I couldn't manage to hit him once in the head, but I was struggling. Anyways, aside from the Greek fire spam and the weird way the archers all duck down to the right when shooting, this area wasn't too bad. The shields with axes enemies aren't terrible either, just a quick dodge kill or two and they go down easy. After this, I make it to the old city and have some fun air assassinating some lone patrol guards. Honestly, the only thing interesting to do here is getting a schematic for Greek fire arrows, which is a nice upgrade for the fire arrows I haven't really been using. After spending 5 minutes trying to air assassinate 2 more guards without alerting them, I don't know why I had trouble with this, I make it to the gate, but it shuts in front of me and I am attacked by a trebuchet. This section is a bit harder than previous sections because enemies appear out of nowhere and attack me while I was trying to climb up to it. After making my way up to the trebuchet, I gain control of it and start having some fun with it, mainly by shooting at these signal fires. After having my fun, I blast open the gate and make my way down to a campfire where I briefly consider using the compound bow for better arrow penetration, but I decide to stick with the recurve bow so I can shoot faster. Maybe that was a mistake because it takes 4 arrows to take out this one archer. Things get a little squirrely here, so I end up having to prance around the arena like I'm playing Elden Ring so I don't die. Ow. Got him. Okay. Come on. Here we go. That guy's down. No. Okay. After making it through, I had to climb around to find another trebuchet to blast open another gate. Once I made it through, I made a costly mistake and ended up dying. Watch. Alright. No, wrong thing. Okay. Ow. Ow. Oh, no, 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 no. No, no. Oh, no. No. Oh. I think that's 30 minutes I lost. That might be... No. Maybe 15 minutes. 15 to 20 minutes I just lost there. I tried to hit the shield enemy with a double headshot and overestimated the amount of time I had, so he was able to hit me off the ledge. This set me back to the campfire save from just before I started to climb my way around to the second trebuchet. To add insult to injury, I died again while trying to do these stupid arrow wall jumps. This time, I made sure I saved my progress at the campfire so that I wouldn't have to do that whole section over again. This time, I was more careful and managed to fight off the rest of the enemies with little to no trouble. Next was a long area of climbing up the tower, just like in the first game again. Very original. Also, the fighting around the circular perimeter, just like the first game again. After this, I arrived at the last campfire and dreaded the amount of time that may pass between here and the end of the game. This is the last time I get to save my progress, so I don't want to mess this up. This was a long-winded fight with a chopper, then enemies who climbed up to me. Luckily, the two different factions are attacking each other, so I can kind of hang back and pick them off as I see the opportunity for it. A couple more chopper flyovers and I managed to crash it. This section is a bit interesting for me because the game allows you to be stealthy here if you want. I took advantage of this fact and started to silently kill the final stragglers looking for me. The first two with the poison, and the last two with the knife. The last few remaining enemies are scripted to attack, so I deal with them, and then comes the final battle with Constantine. Unfortunately, he steals my bow, so the only way to attack him is by building stun grenades and knifing him with a climbing axe. He does almost get me a couple times with grenades, but I managed to survive it.
I've come to look.
Just a couple of quick time button presses and we nail him right in the sternum with his knife. Now comes the most important decision. Do I kill him or do I leave him? Ethicists and philosophers may spend years debating what the right decision is here, but I say leave him, because going out like Denethor did in Return of the King is probably the coolest way to go out.
Worth it.
He was
Further into the tower, I find Anna holding the source, but I decide to smash it to bits, disappointing the legacy of Lara's father, and I beat Rise of the Tomb Raider using only the bow. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and comment what you liked about it. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel and check out my Twitch, where I stream all of the footage for these challenge run videos. Thank you for watching.